There's a reason your heart has been restless lately. A whisper within you has stirred again, the one that speaks of deep recognition, of something your soul remembers even if your mind cannot yet name it. You've been sensing movement in the unseen, haven't you? That subtle shift in the air, the tug of a presence approaching, like footsteps echoing in a dream you've almost forgotten. That's not your imagination. That's alignment in motion. You are not waiting by accident. Heaven has been orchestrating the best chapter of your life behind the veil, and now the curtain is slowly being pulled back. Everything you've walked through, every heartbreak, every tear, every silence was not in vain. You were being refined, not rejected. What felt like a pause was actually preparation. And now, beloved, the page is turning. You see, love written by divine timing does not enter loudly. It arrives in peace, clothed in quiet strength and undeniable familiarity. The one your soul remembers is not a stranger. You've known them. Before you even had words for love, there will be no need to chase, to beg, to explain your worth. They will see it, and more than that, they will honor it. This new chapter isn't about surviving. It's about blooming in full color. It's where your softness is your strength, and your vulnerability becomes sacred ground. You've spent too long believing you had to shrink to be loved, but the one coming will never ask you to dim your light. They'll ask you to shine brighter. They have walked their own deserts too. Don't think for a moment that this is a one-sided destiny. They have longed for something real, something holy, something honest, just like you. And the pull they feel toward you is not confusion. It is remembrance. When they find you, they'll exhale, like they finally made it home. You're not falling behind, you're not forgotten. Delay is not denial. What you thought was a detour was the exact path needed to shape you into the woman who would not settle. The angels were guarding doors you didn't know were traps. Heaven was protecting your alignment. In this next chapter, you'll learn that ease isn't laziness, it's alignment. You won't have to beg love to stay. It will stay because it was built to. Your presence alone will be a reason for them to remain. The love you've always given so freely is about to be returned, multiplied. You were never meant to live in emotional drought. What's ahead is abundance of laughter, of trust, of deep rest. You've earned this softness. You've earned this joy. And when it comes, it will not feel like a storm. It will feel like the first sun after a long night. You'll recognize them by how your soul exhales. No chaos, no tension, just clarity. They will not confuse you. They will calm you. And suddenly, every piece of advice that said, love should be hard, will feel like a lie you no longer believe. You'll understand that peace is the loudest yes. You will grow, not perform. You will be seen, not managed. They will not want to change your spirit. They will want to know it. Every scar will be met with reverence. Every doubt met with patience. Every dream met with belief. And your silence will finally be a safe place. Yes, it's coming. And yes, it's good. But it is not only about romance. This chapter is about you coming back to life. About waking up to who you really are. About walking into rooms and no longer shrinking. About letting your voice be heard without apology. There will be newness everywhere. New connections, new creativity, new clarity. Don't be surprised when opportunities open in ways you never expected. It's not luck. It's alignment. You've been faithful in silence, and now heaven is responding in favor. The soul you're about to meet won't be impressed by what you pretend to be. They'll be moved by who you truly are. And for the first time, you won't feel like you're too much. You'll feel chosen, deliberately, joyfully, unquestionably chosen. You will no longer water gardens that were never meant to grow. You'll recognize that your love is sacred, not casual, and the one who receives it next will treat it as such. You won't have to teach them how to value you. They'll already know. So don't let weariness lie to you. Don't let delay define you. What's on the way doesn't require striving. It only requires readiness. Stay open. Stay expectant. Your soul knows something is near, and that knowing is your compass. Trust it. You've outgrown places you didn't even realize you had. That's why comfort doesn't feel the same anymore. That's why old doors no longer satisfy. You're being elevated, and the one you're meant to rise with is being prepared too. You'll meet at the peak, not in the pit. They won't complete you. You are already whole, but they will reflect what heaven sees in you. Together you'll become more, not less. And every lesson, every goodbye, every tear will suddenly make sense. It was all leading you to this intersection. Your story is not behind you. It is just beginning. So don't rush, don't panic, trust divine timing. What's meant for you is already finding its way through time, distance, and preparation. Love isn't late. It's being written in perfect rhythm. You are not ordinary. Your love isn't either. That's why it's taken time. But heaven has not forgotten. The winds are shifting, the stage is being set, and when it arrives, it will be more than you prayed for. It will be holy. It will be yours. You've spent so long being strong for everyone else that sometimes you forget it's okay to rest. You've carried battles no one saw, held your head high when your heart was breaking. But now, heaven is calling you to soften, not because you're weak, but because you're finally safe enough to receive. You no longer have to prove yourself through pain. You are not what happened to you. You are who you became in the midst of it. There's a gentleness returning to your world, a divine softness that wraps around your soul like the embrace you've been missing. The ache you felt wasn't punishment. It was the stretching of your spirit, making space for joy again. You didn't lose yourself in that last season. You were planted, and now your roots are deep enough to hold the blessings that are blooming. You're not crazy for still believing in real love. That childlike hope that still glows in your chest, it's sacred. It's not foolish. It's a sign you haven't let the darkness win. You still believe because your spirit remembers something your eyes have yet to see. That's not weakness. It's divine strength. Heaven honors that kind of faith. Your softness is a superpower, not a flaw. The world told you to toughen up, to build walls, to shrink your feelings. But God made you sensitive for a reason. You feel deeply because you're meant to love deeply. Don't let pain harden what heaven made holy. You are safe to stay soft. There's someone out there whose heart beats in rhythm with yours, even now. They don't know your name yet, but their spirit is already being drawn to you. And when you meet, it won't feel like fireworks or chaos. It'll feel like calm, like clarity, like destiny catching its breath and saying, finally. Your presence will be a healing balm to their past, just as they will be to yours. You won't fix each other. You'll free each other. And in that freedom, you'll both rise higher because real love doesn't chain. It unlocks. It doesn't drown. It teaches you how to float again, even in deep water. You'll look back one day and see it all clearly. The closed doors, the delayed answers, the unanswered prayers. And you'll thank heaven for every no that protected your yes. You'll see how divine timing never failed you. It was just waiting until you were ready to receive, not survive. So don't shrink, beautiful soul. Don't quiet your truth. The love you're about to receive needs your full voice, your full light, your full self, the version of you that no longer performs to be chosen. You don't have to become someone else to be loved. The right one will see you and say, there you are. And when you doubt again, because you might, remember this. Alignment is often silent before it's seen. You may not feel the breakthrough, but it's coming. You're not being ignored, you're being positioned. The waiting is not empty, it's holy ground. Heaven is still writing your story. Stop rehearsing your past. That chapter is closed. The pages ahead are filled with color, softness, and sacred connection. You are not the girl who was broken. You are the woman who rose. And what's coming will never require you to break yourself again just to belong. You don't have to chase anymore. The love written for you is not running from you. It's running to you. And every step you take in faith makes the road clearer. You don't need to know how or when. You just need to know who is authoring your story. And trust that heaven writes with precision. Every tear you cried in secret, it watered something. You weren't being emptied. You were being poured into the soil of your future. And now the harvest is near. Love is not the reward for your suffering, it's The promise you've always carried in your heart, waiting to be fulfilled. What's ahead is not just a partner, it's purpose, it's peace, it's partnership in its truest form. Someone who doesn't just stand beside you in the light, but holds you steady in the shadows. Someone who listens not just to your voice, but to the silence between your words. That kind of love is sacred. Don't apologize for your longing. Desire is not desperation. Your hunger for something more is a divine compass, not a flaw. It means your spirit remembers what you're meant to experience. Let that desire lead you, not into panic, but into preparation. The best chapters are not behind you. They're rising now, like dawn through your window. And soon you'll realize you're no longer just dreaming. You're living the prayer you almost gave up on. And when it happens, it won't feel loud. It'll feel like peace putting its hand on your shoulder and whispering, "You're here. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not too difficult." Those were lies spoken over your worth that are now being unraveled by truth. Heaven never rushed you. Heaven has only ever called you by your true name, chosen, beloved, enough. Let this be the season where you believe again, where you open your arms not out of fear, but out of expectancy. You've released what needed to go. Now you're free to receive what was always yours. Love doesn't arrive to fix your wounds. It arrives because you finally stopped hiding them. This love will not mirror your trauma. It will not echo the pain. It will stand apart, gentle, grounded, whole. And you will recognize it not by how it looks, but by how it feels. Safe, steady, like home. You've already done the hard work. You've healed what others wouldn't. You've kept your heart open even when it hurt. And now, that heart is ready. To be held, not tested. Not doubted, not broken, just held. And oh, how it will be, so gently, so purely, so exhale, daughter of the divine. You're not behind, you're not lost, you're aligned. The timing is not off, it's unfolding. And what's meant for you isn't just coming, it's near. Breathe, receive. Heaven hasn't forgotten. Heaven is about to answer. You may not realize it yet, but the silence around you isn't empty. It's filled with divine orchestration. The people who left, the doors that closed, the pauses that felt like punishment. They were all sacred arrangements. You weren't abandoned. You were being protected. Sometimes the loudest love is the one heaven speaks in whispers. There's a certain glow returning to your spirit. It's subtle, like the first light before sunrise, but it's there. It's the evidence that hope never truly died inside you. It just went quiet for a while, and now, without forcing anything, without chasing anything, that quiet hope is beginning to bloom again. You thought you needed to be perfect to be loved, that you had to earn every ounce of affection. But the truth is the one who's meant for you will love you for the things you were taught to hide. Your awkward laughter, your messy heart, your wild dreams. Nothing about you will feel like too much to them. The ache you've been carrying, it's not in vain. That longing, that deep pull towards something real, is the compass of your yield pointing to what's coming. It's not just about romance, it's about alignment. About meeting someone whose spirit has been shaped by the same kind of waiting. You will be seen, not just noticed, but truly seen. The kind of seeing that doesn't flinch at your shadows. The kind that understands your silence and honors your tears. Because love, the kind heaven has planned for you, doesn't rush in to fix you. It sits beside you while you become. Do you feel it? The shift in the air around you? The release of old fears? The quiet excitement of something sacred drawing near? That's not your imagination, that's alignment. That's the universe holding its breath, because something beautiful is being written for you in real time. You'll know him not by how loud he enters your life, but by how calm everything feels when he's near. No confusion, no second guessing. Just a gentle certainty, like your heart finally recognizing its reflection in someone else's peace. That's when you'll know, he's the one. Let your walls down, not for anyone who demands entry, but for the one who stands at your gates with reverence. He won't bulldoze his way into your world. He'll wait. He'll honor your pace. And in that patience, you'll remember what trust feels like. Soft, steady, sacred. The time you spent healing was never wasted. Every tear, every lonely night, every prayer whispered into the darkness, it all built the foundation for something unshakable. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. Because real love can only settle where healing has made space. Don't believe the lie that you're hard to love. That voice didn't come from heaven. It came from the wounds of others who couldn't hold your depth. But the one who's coming, he won't be intimidated by your light. He'll be drawn to it like breath is drawn to lungs. Your story was never meant to follow the usual script. You are not meant for average. You are not meant for convenience. You are divine disruption. And so is the one who's being written into your life. Together you will rewrite every narrative that told you to settle. There will be mornings when you wake up beside him and forget the years you spent alone. Not because they didn't matter, but because peace has a way of healing memories. He won't make you forget the pain. He'll help you transform it. And that kind of transformation is holy. The waiting shaped you into a woman who can hold sacred love without losing herself. You're not the same girl who once begged to be chosen. Now you know you're worthy. You know you're called. And what's coming will only amplify what's already alive in you. Even now, heaven is preparing a moment. A seemingly ordinary day when paths will cross, eyes will meet, and everything will shift. It won't be dramatic, it won't be forced. It will be divinely timed. And when it happens, you'll realize it was always meant to unfold this way. He won't compete with your solitude. He'll complement it. He won't try to fill your empty places. He'll respect the fact that you filled them yourself. And in that, there will be freedom. Love will no longer be about what you lack, but about what you're building together. You were never behind. Heaven doesn't measure time the way you do. What felt like delay was divine detour. You were kept from settling. You were kept for something higher. And soon what you thought you missed will show up as everything you needed, in the way you never expected. He will speak life into your dreams, not drain the life out of them. His presence won't make you shrink. It will help you rise. You'll find yourself smiling more, breathing deeper, and trusting again. Not because of him alone, but because he will be the reminder that love still exists. Every false connection was a rehearsal. Every heartbreak was a redirection. And now, the real thing is approaching. Don't rush it, don't panic, just stay open. Let your spirit stay aligned with joy, and love will arrive right on cue, with no striving, no fear, and no regrets. You've always had the kind of heart that believed in more. Even when life tried to harden you, you kept loving. That's rare. That's powerful. And that's exactly why you're being trusted with a love that matches your frequency. You didn't give up, and now heaven won't either. This isn't just about finding someone. This is about becoming the woman who no longer waits to be chosen, because she already is. The woman who looks in the mirror and sees herself the way heaven sees her. Whole, radiant, deeply loved. And that, my dear, changes everything. You'll be in the middle of an ordinary day. Maybe running errands, maybe standing in line at your favorite coffee shop. When something shifts in the atmosphere, it won't be loud or flashy, just a stillness. A knowing. Like the world pauses for a moment, as if creation itself recognizes that destiny has arrived. Your heart will feel it first before your eyes even find him. And in that quiet second, you'll know. you're not alone anymore. He won't say all the right words, but his presence will speak louder than perfection ever could. The way he looks at you, as if he's been searching for you across 1,000 lifetimes, will shake something loose in your soul. You'll laugh, not because something's funny, but because your spirit finally feels seen. You'll want to run, and you'll want to stay. And somehow you'll do both, because this love will meet you exactly where you are. One night, you'll lie awake beside him, watching his chest rise and fall and realize you never had to beg for this. You'll think back to every tear you cried over people who couldn't love you deeply. And suddenly, their absence will make sense. You weren't asking for too much. You were just asking it from the wrong heart. Now, in this stillness, you'll see that true love doesn't feel like chasing. It feels like rest. There will be moments that feel too good to be real. The way he reaches for your hand without thinking. The way he remembers small things that matter only to you. The way his voice softens when he speaks your name. And in those tiny sacred acts, you'll be reminded that love doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives in a whisper and teaches you that heaven is found in the quiet moments. And then, on some random afternoon, you'll catch your reflection in a window and realize you're glowing. Not because of him, but because of who you've become beside him. A woman fully awake, a heart finally at peace, a soul aligned with its calling. And you'll smile, not for the love that came, but for the strength that carried you until it did. Thank you for allowing this message to reach your heart. If something within you felt seen, known, or gently stirred, then this message has fulfilled its divine purpose. You were never meant to walk this path alone. Heaven is always closer than it seems. And in this very moment, a deeper alignment has already begun. To confirm you've received this message from above, simply write in the comments, "Tudo posso naquele que me fortalece." That phrase is more than words. It is a declaration that strength is already flowing through you, preparing you for all that's ahead. If this message spoke to your soul, we invite you to join our heavenly circle by subscribing to our channel and tapping the notification bell. That way you'll never miss a single whisper from the angels, because the next message may be the one your heart has been waiting for. Stay open, stay expectant, and above all, stay ready. You are seen, you are guided, and you are deeply loved.